Okay, sorry about that. I think that's about the longest time I've kind of left that run for people to get in. I had some stuff I need to do in the background. Hopefully today things will run a little bit smoother. I think camera-wise, internet-wise, we've done some stuff in the background that should help. And also my background's going to look a little bit brighter because for once, it is the time of day in which the sun is still up because it has finally hit that point of the year. That is the downside of streaming in the evenings, even though it's better for me, is at some points you get a nice bright background. Other times it's not going to be as bright in the background, that sort of stuff, and it's more time of year stuff till eventually I get some better lighting, that sort of stuff. So Legend of Khiimori, I went back and over I think this last week. I've got hiccups, apologies. Over this last week, I kind of went back through and I did a separate save because I wanted to test a couple things now that I kind of had an idea of what I maybe should have done when I started this. So when we started this, I was just like, let's go find every place on the map because I need a break from deliveries. I didn't realize that wasn't necessarily the best option. Um, when on my private save, I'm able to get a little bit better on getting like different points to 3 stars, so I can start getting upgrades and start getting like some of the stuff that you see like bridges and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to try to figure out what I can do here to get stuff delivered to places I actually need to get it delivered to. Because yeah, there are some places I definitely need to work on getting the reputation upgraded with. But I'm also going to concentrate a little bit on breeding. I have found ways to get certain colors on my private save that I would really like on this save, even though I'm fully just going for randomization here too, because it's kind of fun to see what just pops out. But I have kind of figured out some things that I did wrong. Not wrong in the sense of like you shouldn't do it, but wrong in the sense of what I would like out of my playthrough. I kind of steered myself in the wrong direction. Um, so at least have that knowledge. There's some other stuff I looked up over this week, like the fire challenge. I don't have an answer for it. I don't think so far I've seen anybody else that does. So it might be something I'll play around with and see if I can get an answer with on my private save because I've seen some suggestions. Otherwise, I don't know. Um, I don't know where we left off. It's been a week, and I didn't stream yesterday because of some personal stuff. But I actually do not remember where we left off, so it's gonna be a little bit of we'll figure it out. Oh yes, hello. We have you now. You are my really pretty foal that ended up with Gray. No, you are not going in that tent. Please no. I don't want to watch your health bar just start to go down. This is the one that's further right, not the one that's closer. Yes. This one... Oh, you're all the way over here, okay. You're in the snowy region, which is why I haven't bugged with it. Okay, we're gonna try to go here to work on theirs. So if I can work on theirs and get their rep up, we're doing pretty good. But I'm also expecting it to really take us around the map a little bit here. We are going to work on things and try to get a little bit of a better footing, but I don't really have any promises. We're going to be playing catch up a little bit. The smaller you start, the easier it is to get the first areas set up so then you can work on the further out areas. I can't wait to see you. Are you a Dunlino by chance? Or did you end up being the same color as your mother? And you do kind of look like twins, though. I'm super curious. I don't remember what the coloration was between the two. We'll find out. We'll find out where I left off and what the stats were. Were you one of my horses that had cold resistance? You're one of my horses that doesn't have a lot of stats. Also, I have found out how to get it almost to the end of the bar on my other save very early on. So I do feel a little bit bad on this save that it's going to take me a while to play catch up just a bit. You're least gonna go to that village and see what I can do about getting some quests. I do really like this gray coat though. I would like the mane and tail for the gray that they've done to either be light or dark. I understand why it is the color it is, and it is a good choice stylization-wise. And it does work, but normally you're going to see it be more lean towards white or lean towards dark, or be a very, like, mix of the two in a way that it doesn't mix this well. Like, this would be like a perfect blend, but you're not really going to see that necessarily. Guess what? Your color, you're like an amber champagne almost. Get amber cream done. So it's not like you have that tail color because of the specific dun color you have. So it would be either be light, I think, probably. More likely white with a little bit of like blondish at the bottom from sun exposure. This is not me being picky, it's me having to go through how I do it for art because I look at so many references, especially for colors, and understand what I'm looking at, and sometimes things like this will be a little bit odd in my brain because it's like, oh, I don't normally see this, this isn't something that comes up in my references. That isn't to say it isn't possible. I'm sure they have their own references that they've used, it's just, it's not normally a color I see when I do, like, gray horses. Man, today is the day of hiccups. To be fair, it happens basically anytime I stream, and then I don't deal with them until I go to stream again, and I wonder if it's just because I'm talking just a little bit louder and a little bit clearer than I normally do, so it's, it gives me some issues along the way. Well, we need to cross this bud. I'm glad we don't have anything that can't get wet. I am truly hoping we need a bridge, though. I don't know, it feels like we could. It feels like it's set up for it. So I don't have any news yet on the new PC aside from it is being assembled, because I picked what I wanted in it, but I don't know a date for when it's coming aside from soon-ish. It's the best I can give you. Oh, where is this person? As long as you're not in the snow. Shouldn't be someone I can't get to yet. Okay, you're in the hot area. Oh, you have the mud. We're gonna have to do what we're gonna have to do. That is the best I could say, is we're gonna have to do what we're gonna have to do. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a way to keep it pristine. I think it's, that particular parcel is going to get degraded along the way. And we gotta go quick. If I put both of you over here, and move you back. You're three, so... There we go. That works. I still don't know. I've had the glitch happen on my... I'm assuming it's a glitch. We're going with that for now. Happen on my private save where something will be like, oh yeah, it's pristine, and then you won't have touched anything like mud or anything that would regularly cause some issues, and suddenly the quality's dropped to nothing and it doesn't quite make sense. So I have had that happen a couple times. I don't have an answer as to why. It might be something that gets patch fixed later. I'll keep an eye on it. I don't know yet. Maybe we'll get you some food once we're out of this area, because we can stop for grass for a second. And then we gotta start hurrying again. Or wait, actually, I can just do this. I might be able to canter it over this without issue. I have had, on my private save, one horse that has jumped that incorrectly. So I am so much more careful now. Because that was the first time I've seen like a sprain injury as a thing that you can get in game, and it was not a fun time. And now we need to kind of hurry on our way just a bit. Well, nothing's perishable, it's actually enticing. But the quicker we do this, the more helpful it's going to end up being. I do really like this color. I would have loved to see the amber cream champagne, though. Truly. So I'm going to try to get the color again and get the gray bread out. Ha! And hopefully get it. I know a little bit more of how the manipulation works now, again, from just messing around with it. So I think that's a possibility of something I can do. It's just going to be having to mess with it and see if I can get it, because I am quite curious what that color would look like. With, like, this pattern. I think it would be really pretty. Now, if I can get a Dunlino and a... what was it? Oh, I don't remember what the color is. But I got a Dunlino on my private save that I really want to get over here, and I think I have a straight Palomino, and then recently, I haven't seen the foal as an adult yet, it gave me a double cream foal with leopard and the Tobiano, so the Pinto markings. So I have no idea what that's going to look like yet. I'm quite excited about that as well. But I'll have to earn some currency, and then we'll have to go take a look at the stallions they have available. And go off with that once we see what our new foal looks like and their stats.
Just a little more.
I've gotten to the point, and I'll probably do it for this game mode too, if the stats are pretty bad. Is it... do I need to stop? Or no, it's the pristine. It's not the fragile. Is it because it's windy or because it's dusty? Again, I have yet to figure out. Sometimes it starts activating, and I think maybe the wind does it. Because there's leaves and everything. And then...
You're all ready for the next ride?
That doesn't seem to be the case. We'll see if it suddenly drops. Quality. If it's just something because the ground was a bit dusty, it might make sense. But I'm back in the grass here.
Utang.
I don't know, we'll see. It's really interesting. That's the thing about early access games, though, and I'm going to be reiterating that a lot. It is early access. I'm not going to blame it for things that pop up that might not make sense. And I am sure a thing that they've heard about quite a bit is please add a little bit more as far as tooltips for some of this. And I guarantee that they've heard everything about, like, how this is working and why, you know, the fact that there does seem to be bugs.
Ew.
Like, I'll check this for a second. It seems to be okay. And just double checking if stuff's working. I'm sure they've heard it. I'm not going to reiterate. Like, I'll reiterate that it's early access. Please don't, like, hound them for it. I'm not going to hound them for it. It's very much patience and letting them work it out. And it's going to take time. And it might be annoying for a little bit, but eventually you know, there'll either be a fix or an explanation or something else that'll help. I'm sorry, doggy. That is the wrong arrows. Hang on. These are the arrows I need. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Horse, I need you to do the move thing. Why are you stopping? This is something else I've noticed has been happening recently, and I'm not sure why, but I've had it happen recently another time. Horse dead stops. I'm not entirely sure why. Now, of course, it means I've taken damage on the goods. But that is what it is. I can't fix it any more than I have. Oh yeah, see now it's doing the thing again where whatever this ground texture is, it doesn't like it. So it's decreasing it immediately, and I'm assuming because it's dusty?
Town.
I mean, you can try to find another way through here, but I think last time I found out that this ground is kind of... It is the texture it is, and it just doesn't like it. Okay, yeah, so it's just dusty. But I think it's the ground texture for here in general, so even riding it another way isn't particularly helpful. I don't know if it's something that'll change.
What happened to this?
Sorry about your car.
Yeah, your cargo had problems because you live in an area where you want pristine stuff, and I, can't really deliver pristine stuff currently to this particular area. Unless I figure out how to go around. But I think even that's a little bit unlikely currently. Where do you want that delivered? I recognize the name. Okay, that should be unreasonable again because there's the word pristine. Okay. It is going to degrade immediately just from me sitting here with the map open. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay, let's even this out of it. Got about closer. Still closer than it was. Yeah, that's gonna do it. There we go.
Ha!
Of course, I can't get you water just yet until we get out of here. No, yeah, it's immediate. It is so immediate. It is destroyed pretty much immediately, like decreasing.
Town.
And then now it's fine. I don't know. I don't know if it's really random, except now here it goes again. So it's decreased the condition. I don't know. I really don't on this one. I'm trying to stay to the green patches that I saw on the path that was kind of up here. That doesn't seem to be the answer.
Cha!
You came back, I'm sorry, buddy. They used to also think maybe it was the horse condition. The horse couldn't be dirty, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Because now I'm here and it's fine.
Easy.
But also, I guarantee, yeah, it's down to the last part of it anyway, so either way, it's kind of toast. Like, it's not gonna be a good delivery. I still don't entirely... This is where I kind of want the tooltips to be added in and modified just a bit. So it makes a little bit more sense what... Like, it gives you warning specifically of, hey, you're on this particular stuff. This is what's causing it. Instead of me having to guess. Because I can guess, but it doesn't... I don't have a way of double-checking it. Aside from every time I go to that area, it doesn't stay pristine. And that is what I'm sent to that area with a lot. Yes, I'm aware it's perishable, we are hurrying.
Woohoo!
Also, I've been told I need to go into the middle of these areas and possibly kill the snakes to get into them. Because there's, like, things in the middle of these that I should be grabbing that I can put on the turtle statues, and I didn't realize that at the time. So I'll have to do that at some point. But to do so, I'm gonna have to get rid of the snakes. Because now there is snakes by this one at least.
Ha!
But I've also remember there being some dialogue about not killing the snakes, but being aware of them. So maybe the animal repellent would be a better option.
도릉.
We'll see. We should stop for water here pretty soon. And I think when I go through here tonight, it might be somewhere I'm gonna have to deal with the spirits again. I swear there's water nearby, but I might be wrong.
로당.
I got two options here, and I need to turn around, because if there's not water for a while ahead of me, we're not going to last that long if I wait someone to take the hit to the perishables.
Easy.
Where is it? Still side, okay. I mean, I can't worry about the perishables too much.
도릉.
The pristine has already lost all of its quality, so the pristine or the perishable losing a bit of its is not really gonna change the fact it's still not a big great rating.
태용.
Let's see. Get you a little food. And we gotta hurry. And then I gotta remember I'm gonna go through a second wolf territory, I think, so I'm gonna have to be careful of that as well. I'll be dealing with a lot of wolves today, I have a feeling of.
로당.
And I have to remember that all the places that I dealt with the storm, to get it to stop raining so I could pass through it, have most likely reset. But for some, I've got a bridge as a way to get around it. Others I don't, but I can steer clear of them. But I gotta remember that today and can't, like, take the routes I might normally want to take. Where?
태용.
I have to do that. I just need to get through this area and see if we're being followed by doggos.
Utang.
I need you to go up the hill. Oh, they might have left us alone. Okay, we're good. We're good, I think. Doesn't look like they're still following. So I know the wolves can follow for a pretty good distance if you're within, I think, like a circle range. At least from what I've seen so far. This is not the most fun way to get across over here. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Stop complaining. You'll be fine.
Yep, almost there, I think.
Easy.
This might be about the last waypoint. Hopefully it's the last waypoint. It might not be. Oh no, it
Utang.
is not. Okay. We got a ways to go. Yeah, that would have been a distance for water I don't think I would have been able to cover. Makes me think there's another... Oh yeah, there should be a woodcutter here, shouldn't there? I think.
Cha!
This person over? This little area, maybe? The perishables are not doing good because it's a longer journey.
Just a little more.
Thinking it was gonna be. Perishables doing. Actually, the perishables have only lost one. That's not too bad. I'll lose two by the time I get there, but yeah, that's not too bad.
You're the wind.
I'm basically just making him move up this hill as quickly as I
Easy.
can. For the sake of getting here a little bit quicker. Okay, there we go.
Down.
Oh. Oh, there's some wild horses around. Actually surprised I forgot that from this one. So I think this is one of the most recent ones we've done.
Steady. Steady.
Yes, it's not going to be a good delivery.
Did you give this to a...
Sorry about your cargo.
I like how he asked if we gave it to a bear. No, just worst delivery location to take that particular delivery from. You wouldn't happen to have one... No, but you have one that goes back to where I was? I think? No, you have one up into the snowy region, okay. I'm gonna avoid that one for now. And I see... Are you good there, buddy? Oh. That's interesting. This could be for a campsite, maybe? I do see one of the things that supposedly has moonstone tablets in it. So I'm gonna see if I can get that. It's right over this way more, I think.
Easy.
I have at least 2 animal repellent pouches. It's not a lot, but it might work. Okay, there it is. For what I'm looking for.
Turgun.
I don't know where any of the turtle statues are for this area, so that's the thing I'm gonna have to find out and work with.
Woohoo!
Okay, let's see how close I can get before there's snakes. That's a problem.
Town.
Here we go. Where from though? Oh, I see it. I see it. Hi, snake, snake.
Botang.
Oh, there's a lot of you. I seem to see that maybe, just maybe, the
Easy.
animal repellent doesn't quite work on the snakes. That does seem to be a problem. Where are you, little guys?
Botang.
Oh, oh, oh. Nope, I didn't see that one. Okay, this is about the one time I don't with the tooltip, hilariously enough. It's about the worst time that you could give me that one. I did not see that one that came up. I need... Oh, is it the glitch because I've used an object in between? 100% is. Here's the other one. There's one more. There's 100% one more.
Town.
Okay, there we go. Now, I can use these. I could use both, but I can use them. And then I can hopefully get you brushed. Get you back to the main camp for rest. Now
You're
to
such a
see
good horse.
if what people were saying is correct and there is actually something in there. Please get you brushed.
Yeah, you're a good
And
horse.
calm down for now. What does this give me? Oh, I get hides, okay. That kind of makes sense. Is there actually anything here? Oh, there is! Okay, no, people were correct. Hostile area completed. Okay, so I need to find a blue turtle statue then? Well, I don't think it's going to give me right away on the map where one is. It's closer in range than it was. Yeah, because that's that. Green. That's green. That one's also green. Red. That one's blue. Is that the only blue one I know of other than like up here? No, that's a red turtle stone actually. So I guess We're going to be delivering it all the way over there.
토르강 토르.
Let's try to do this delivery, because I'm curious now. Kind of in for a penny, in for a pound. I mean, I feel bad for the horse, absolutely in that case, but the good news is, I think that probably helps a little bit with the training that is needed anyways. Please get you some water. That might be one of those chests that you can find.
Easy.
I'm assuming it's your hooves that are dirty this time. Any drink? Okay, there we go. This is a weird one. Okay, let's see right here. Does this work for grass that you can eat? Maybe not?
자.
It's the texture slightly. But here. Good news, I've got food in the inventory. I'm a little bit curious what's up here because I might be able to pass over here easier than trying to go through the forest area again. Maybe slightly. But also I'm going to say very not quite. I have to
도당.
turn a little bit at some point. Again, we're still doing pretty well in our training with the store stuff. This is going to give us points. I think this is balance, yeah. I'm getting a point for balance. But it also has a pretty good stamina drain. I think I can kind of follow this path for a bit.
Easy.
Yep, no worries. I definitely know the horse is exhausted, and I've got a campsite, or camp thing with me, so once I find a campsite later on, I'll be able to do a little bit more.
태웅.
Ooh, uneven ground? I wonder if there's stones and I can't quite see them kind of thing. There are a couple areas you kind of do have that. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Stones I can't see, or it's the type of area.
도당.
No, 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 no. We don't stop moving when we pull out the arrow, please. I wonder why that has been a thing that's kind of started, or if it's a fear reaction, maybe? There's the red turtle stone, which I'm assuming maybe the one closest over here has that kind of stone in it. I would try to get a stone for this one and bring it back over here. But I have to be really careful. Switch to those arrows just in case. I don't think we'll get close enough, but you never know. We'll see the campsite over here where I can stay really quickly. I don't think I'm close enough to attract them yet.
Easy.
Yeah, I'll switch back to these ones. Out of curiosity, there should be snakes here too. I
Town.
need you to slow down just a bit without dead stopping. I know there's more, I just can't see them. Pretty sure what I just saw there is it. We'll see if it follows me enough for me to get a good look at it.
토릉토릉. Who's a good horse?
Here's what we're gonna do. You probably should take off. If I'm not stuck, I promise. I'm not running, though. It's acting like I can't use this stamina. There we go. Is there any more? Nope. Now I am definitely too heavy to sprint. Yeah, that is a red one. Okay, so I literally just turn around, really quickly go back and drop this one off. No idea what they do, aside from being told they give bonuses. What bonuses mean in translation, I really don't know yet. Right? Yeah, say that's a green one though.
로당.
Grab these again, just in case. Like I said, I don't think I'll get close enough, but you never know. I just need to get back to the turtle stone, where it was. Should be right ahead of me? Or off a little bit. How far off? Oh, I'm like going right towards it, so it's gotta be where this torch is in the distance. Yeah, that seems to be it. Yep, don't worry.
로당.
Okay, I have no idea what that's done. Aside from apparently I have delivered it. We are out of balance, aren't we?
태용.
Nope. Here we go. avoid these guys as much as possible and go find that campsite real quick. I don't need the starflowers, I don't think. If I remember right, I've got a pretty good amount of them for when I can actually do blessed potions, and I don't think I can yet because I have to upgrade the main, like, EM station, or at least eventually find a place that does have the advanced, I think, cooking pot it is. Because for now I have all the starflowers I want, and I just can't use them. Okay, let's get you to this campsite so we can
You're
rest.
the wind.
Then from there, drop this one off and then go back to the EM station. See what I can figure out from there as far as working in the main areas I need to work on, or just heading back to the little waterlocked village there and work on their rep and see if the higher the rep gets I do eventually unlock the bridge. Oop, I have hit the mood thing that will mean the horse no longer will jump. Whoops.
Utang.
You're definitely not a happy horse today. I don't want to map. That works too. Yes, I do want to set up camp. I want to rest. I think until sunrise, it's too close to sunrise to get a decent amount out of it. Yeah, it was. Okay. And we'll get you some water here in a bit, but let's get closer where this stone is and see what it does.
Town.
If it does anything. Then I know one other hostile area that we can do, and that's the one kind of over that way towards those mountains. Is that a rabbit I saw? It is. We found another little rabbit hunting ground. Get a little closer over here, and then I'll let them get a drink of water and hopefully not go flying in the air like we did last stream. So far we've been really good. We haven't had any issues with that. That was really funny though. All things considered. Unexpected but very funny. Okay, let's get you a drink of water. Wait the stone dropped off and hopefully a little bit better start from there on getting the reputation up with these villages. Or no water? Oh, that's right, I gotta get you, like, standing in it. There we go. There we go, that worked. Okay. Now, I think, if I'm reading this correctly, it's not where this person is, but it's kind of closer to... Yeah, there's a quote-unquote blessed location there. I think it's closer to that. But it doesn't seem to be... I bet you I have to go up past this location and up onto, like, something up here. That's more like it instead of down below. I have to take a guess at the topography there, but I'm assuming it's higher elevation rather than lower for that particular landmark.
Town.
I'll know in a minute, but I'm going to take a guess that way. Don't go down wrong path the first time, because either I need to go around the back and climb up that way, or I can climb up this way. Yep, we are not going up this way, we are going to go around just a bit, avoid that rain. Don't really want to have to deal with trying to re-bless this one just yet. Or not bless it so much as just ask them to turn off the raid. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is the path I think is going to be the one that'll lead me to this, then we get the stone dropped off. And hopefully over time I find another turtle stone for the blue coloration. So if I get another one of those from the next one of these I do, I have a place to put it. Won't know yet. There's just so much on the map to actually explore at the end of the day. I don't know if we even got half of the map uncovered yet. We might have less than half the map. I'm gonna have to go pick up the campsite later. I did forget to do that.
토릉토릉!
Okay, so up here, and then I think maybe need to continue out this way somewhere. That is what it looks like. Yep, okay. So I did have the right idea. It was up and not down.
Easy.
We need to be a little bit careful. There we go.
태양.
I don't know what this blessing is, or how to check them. It might not be something that's technically available to check just yet. Oh, I need to make stone arrows, don't I? Yeah, because I'm down to 2. If I do any more of those, I'm gonna definitely need it. I have all these to do as well. They're in a line, but I know these are going to need heat resistance. These ones I think are going to be fine and not need anything like that. That one might need cold, but I don't think so. Okay, let's get back to the yam station at least. And going from the yam station, I got exactly what I need, but I think we're gonna just need some stone arrows, which I might have a good chunk of the stuff for. If not, it's easy enough to collect. We're gonna need that before I head out further. And then I need to, for sure, get heat tonic before we go anywhere near the hot area. Which hopefully I have the stuff to craft. Bad time to pause. Wormwood. Okay. That's in the desert area, so I'm gonna have to find that. Probably right on the outskirts of it, to be fair. If I can do that, then we can probably make a good amount of it before I go in there. But I also might see if any of my fulls that I have so far have heat resistance. I know private save, that is not my stream save. I was able to do that very early on, and I found out the easiest way to do that is to get some of the Aquateke horses and start mixing the bloodlines a little bit, and it helps a lot for that, so I might have to start doing that here pretty soon to get myself a bit of a foot up to be able to properly do this. That's right. Also means I need to go check on the horses I have and see if any of them have heat resistance. If not, I definitely don't have the gold to do anything about that right now. That's something we can definitely earn. It's gonna take a minute. Take a minute and a lot of deliveries. Oh, I don't even know if I kept the stallion I used this last time. I know, I am gonna, again, I think I said it earlier, take basically the same initiative I took with my other save, where any stallion that has a bad trait, or I find out it's a bad trait because I didn't recognize it, the little, like, image of it when I bought them, and it's something that's gonna get passed on, I pretty much will turn around and resell them. I just found out very quickly that some of those traits are pretty, devastatingly not great when you're trying to do, like for me, I'm doing more endurance based
태양,
or stamina based. Let's get you some grass really quick.
just a little more.
How am I hearing something in the water? What am I hearing? Oh no, I'm hearing that horse in that water. That was all the way over there. Doesn't quite make sense. That
푸르근푸르근.
was some very, very loud splashing. Yeah, it is definitely, I don't think I meant to hear it that far. Definitely not meant to hear it that far. That's really funny.
노당,
Okay, so we have the foal, which I don't think will be an adult yet. I don't remember. I think we got to see what they look like, and that was about where I ended the stream, so I think it's going to take one more in-game day, and then I'm going to be able to claim them and go from there with that. But I need to look at their traits, because I can't remember if they got handed a bad trait or not. So far, the worst ones I've had are loses mood when galloping, which on my private save is a very unfun one to have. And then I think I had... Oh, what was it? Something about... loses mood when overloaded or something? So if they give it too much weight, which a lot of my horses end up having at one point or another. So that was also like, oh no, please don't. I kinda don't need these in particular.
just a little more.
Oh, and then needs more water and needs more food. Or more frequently, I guess, is how it's actually said. Is another one of the ones where I'm like, no thank you. I already strand myself bad enough between areas without
자,
making it worse. I'm gonna go look at the horse trader super quick. I don't think he's gonna end up having what I'm looking for though. Oh, maybe.
easy.
Sir, where are you looking? I don't think he knows. Oh no, I've still got the glitched previews. Because they look fine, but of the preview, it's really bad. I wish I could see what these are. You're a breed that I keep wanting to try, but I know this one means needs more water. It needs more water, needs more food. Not quite what I'm looking for either. That one is... This is a really good trait. I don't know what that one means. I haven't seen that one yet. Oh yeah, the laying down one is hate scalloping. Then there's Night Owl, I think, is that one. I think this one is hates the cold, and that one's hates the wind, maybe? see. Hey, we have sandstone. Oh, there's our foal. He is an adult, actually. Oh, you got all of the stats last time. Okay, no, you did get it. Really good stallion, to be fair. And you see what his stats are. Like, we need to be taking you out and working with you. Oh yeah, because you have such good stats, holy moly. I have no idea where Phantom went, but they were like, you know what, I'm out of here. They just left. Okay. Let's see, how am I on cherries and berries? Not bad. Okay. We might have enough for what I want to do. If not, I can really quickly go back out. I don't have wood and stone, though. So we're going to have to collect that, because I do need that to make arrows. And I'd rather make them and buy them right now. Frostbite ointment I'm not as worried about, but we're probably going to use it here in a bit. For some deliveries. Loses mood in freezing weather, gains extra mood for horse care. So yeah, the only one we don't want here is chili if we can get away with it. I want these passed on. I don't think I want leopard this time. At least not as strong. I'll do the cream. Maybe. There's a couple ways I could do this. There's not going to be any gray. They are going to be chestnut. Because I don't want a double leopard, but I kind of also don't want it this time because I think it's going off of the pattern that she has, and she's got the really heavy pattern. So I want that a little less. Did she give me Palomino? Or Dunlino, specifically? I could do that, but I'm not going to this time. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Yeah, all these are going to be random. But we'll get some heat resistance by the looks of it. I'm really curious how this one's going to look. We will find out. Okay, Phantom, you get some retirement for a little bit, buddy. Your name is, or your mom is named Celtic Crumble. What am I gonna name you? What is your temp name at least gonna be? Um, that's a good one. I'm gonna call him Cinnamon for the second, maybe. I don't know if I have a list somewhere where I've listed temp names. I have done it before. Doesn't look like I have one set in notes, so I'll try. Of course, people can actually redeem to rename any of the horses I have. I don't entirely mind. Like, that's why it's a temp name. Because either I don't know what I want to name them to begin with for a while, or because specifically the stream ones, it allows people to like pick the names. Oh, I thought I changed. switch to you, even though your stats are going to be a little bit lower for a while. You are very pretty. And you are the same color as your mom, right? Like, you're gold cream done. I don't think your mom is. Huh. Well, your sibling is also going to be the gold cream done, most likely. Or wait, no, your sibling won't be, because I took out the champagne. Why is your health, like, by default low? What have you been doing? Oh, did it switch over? I wonder if it switched over the health that I already had for Phantom. That sounds more reasonable. Okay. Probably gonna need that. I don't need this one just yet. Shed those ones. Put that there, put these back in here. We need to make stone arrows, so let's go get some stone wood and feathers is what I'm gonna need else. Okay, so I know where all those are gonna be. Actually, super easy things to gather. So if I want to do any more of the hostile locations and get the little stones for the turtle stones, I'm going to need them. Because it does seem that the animal repellent doesn't quite work on the snakes. At least not super effectively. I'll see what I can do about getting your health up here in a bit. We do a rest after I get the arrows. That should immediately boost the health back up. Now I'm really curious what this color would have looked like with kind of a more limited spotted pattern. To see if I can get that eventually at some point. But they are still really, really pretty. Okay, well, let's go get the stone, which is going to be over by the river here. And then up in the mountains a bit, which should also be where a bunch of wood is. Because I think when I did the bridge, that was where I found a bunch. Feathers might be somewhat in that location. If not, they're going to be over kind of in the area to the right. Which should be really easy to get. They're also super easy to spot. And this gives me a little bit of a chance to start working on their stats just a bit without being a little too hard on them. I feel like some of the ones when I start out and it's our first outing and I go straight to deliveries, I feel like it's a little bit hard sometimes. Oh yeah, when you get moss too, if I can find it. So I know it's used for something.
Easy.
Okay. Oh. You didn't know what to think about that jump. That's for sure. Okay, let's try this again. There we go.
Town.
Well, there's actually feathers over here, it looks like. At least some that we need. I'm not seeing the moths. We'll need that for cold potions, which I'm going to be doing some cold deliveries here pretty soon. I'm definitely going to need that. Because there's quite a few of them that want me to go do deliveries to a couple of the cold locations. And I've kind of been avoiding it as long as I can. Is also stone? Yeah, it is. Okay. Blends in really well, though. Okay, let's go up the hill here. There should be some more up here. At least, hopefully. Could be some wood. Yeah, there's some wood here. So that's partly what I need.
Utang.
I actually should have put the crafting menu. How much do I need of each? So 2 wood, 2 stone, and 1 feather. Or a small bundle. Feathers are the easy part because it comes in sets of 3. Everything else I think comes in sets of 1. Okay, there we go.
Ha!
Got plenty of that. No, please don't start the bugging. I don't actually want to take a slip and fall. Okay. There's gonna be more wood around, because I probably need... I would say the goal is probably around 4 bundles to start. Plus we have that one thing where I think it was like 50 stone or 50 wood or something for one of the bridges that we can build, which we're gonna have to work on here pretty soon. Because I know that was one of the best ways to cross an area, but man, that is a very expensive bridge. Considering you pick up things in sets of 1, unless it's kind of a lighter material. Okay, we have 10 stone, 8 wood. Closer wood, I get 2 more wood.
Cha!
That gives me 5 bundles of arrows. There should be wood somewhere. No, that's apparently feathers. Here's a piece of wood. And there should be another one here somewhere as well. Hopefully, at least. I don't think I've wandered too far. Wood by chance? Nope, stone. Also stone. Well, there's plenty of stone. But for once, it's not actually what I need.
Ha!
I assume most of it respawned after I did the bridge. At least I would think it would have. There we go. Okay, how many... That gives me 25 arrows. Makes for a very heavy saddle pack. To move everything over. Tuning's done. The screaming arrows I'm not going to worry about because I have the feathers, and part of that takes animal bone. And until I use the ones I do have, I should be good. Once I use those, I will have to go make some more, but it's also going to mean having to go out and hunt. Which is where the stone tip arrows are going to be come in handy. Okay, can we, there we go. I don't know what it is, sometimes the switching weather effects make for a very, very buggy, moment.
Easy.
There we go, that's hopefully... Nope, the horse's tail is still, having some issues, so I'm assuming it's still gonna be a little jerky here for a second. Okay. So one of the ingredients I need is from the quote-unquote desert area. So I'd probably have to do... I've cleared that one. What I probably need to do is figure out how to get up here. Or at least down here. Just be fair. Because I have a feeling the stuff I need to make for the heat potions is going to be kind of in the entrance to the area as a way to get it, where it's not too hot yet, but you can still get it there, and I'm going to have to actually go harvest a bunch here pretty soon. That way we can take it and make a bunch of those potions. Oh. Now we get to see what our new foal looks like, and see what the stats are.
Hell.
Once I get back there. Okay, please don't walk over the mud for the second. At least not when I'm cantering. I really do not want to trip and stumble.
Easy.
I am curious though. I think from what I've seen, the foals are pretty much always going to take after the mother. So they'll always be whatever the mother is as a mix. And most of the mares I have are, of course, the Ferghana breed. So even though I'm crossing them with the Akeltekes, it's not going to, I believe, give me the Akelteke body type. Which is really interesting. That kind of makes sense. Oh. Ooh. Okay, yeah, so you're definitely probably a Dunlino. Yes. They indeed would be. You have 60 minus stamina drain, I think, by the time it's all together. Plus 10 to maximum health, plus 10% heat resistance, and plus 15 to constitution. Minus 10 to stamina drain by climbing slopes. So by the time you're done, you got a decent chunk of stamina drain. Yeah, 30 by climbing slopes. Because this also... No, this isn't for slopes. That is just for slopes. Minus 10% stamina cost when jumping. Plus 15% stamina regeneration. Plus 20% to injury and poison resistance. And plus 5% to carry capacity. So you're basically the horse I'm going to want to use when I need to deal with a lot of hills. That's going to be very interesting. Okay, we're going to go take a rest real quick so you get your health back. And then we need to head out and go see about getting some plants so I can make some potions. I could probably buy them, but I'm going to try to save money at the expense of my time, which, and there's a point that does not exactly make as much sense as I would like for it to. We're just going to get over there. Oh, are any of your skills, like, unlocked for the first tier, I wonder? Oh yeah, your first tier of all of your skills is actually unlocked. Okay. So this will be interesting. Oh, that's right, you had the acceleration, so you're my horse as speed. You have heat resistance and cold resistance. So you're the one I want to take when I go into these areas. That's perfect. Okay. That is a lot more helpful to kind of get a game plan of what horses I want to use on what trips, and eventually I'll start getting some of these guys moved out to some of the stables. Though I think it won't let me leave a horse and walk back. I do think it doesn't prefer you do that, so I'll have to figure out how I can move them so they're there.
Damn.
At least so that they're being a horse there already. And I need to do this at some point again. Get it to calm down so it doesn't rain all the time. I think this one is one that's easy enough to get around, though. So I'm a little less worried about it. But if I need the Star Blossoms, it's a good way to get those. I'm just fairly good on those for right now. Okay, he does feel a lot faster than my other horse. This is very interesting. I do think that well-rested helps with the stamina drain, though. A lot. this is where I wanted to start heading in that area and see if I could find that plant.
Easy.
Because if it's anything like the cold area, you can kind of be on the outskirts and find what you need. Grab this, because I think that was the other thing that was needed. Is this also time?
Rodan.
For time. That isn't even pickupable. It looks so much like it'd be something that's pickupable, apparently it is not. Grab some of this, because I know somebody's going to ask about it. It is a vital supply. Also time, yes, I do believe so. Yep. That's not what I'm looking for right now. I gotta remember to watch out for wolves, don't I? I think when I get closer here. There's one of these areas, maybe not. Time. I don't remember what this plant looks like. This is gonna be really interesting at first. It's not that.
Rodan.
Most of the plants look different enough that you can kind of be like, oh, I know what it is at a distance. Normally. Unless it's these really
토르근.
large bushes over here, I kind of doubt it. Yeah, definitely not.
Easy.
Let's give it a second here. What does it look like? So I'm probably looking for something that's slightly yellow. Maybe. We're gonna do that a solid maybe.
태양.
That's fiber, I think. Yep, those are cherries. There's moss here. That's interesting.
태양.
Yeah, what we're looking for is called wormwood. These, I think, are raspberries. Yeah, that's raspberries.
Easy.
Feathers. Am I about to get into this section that's a little hot? I'm getting into sections where I need to remember to trot and not
Ha!
gallop or canter. We're gonna end up making my poor horse a very bad day. Okay, wait, you rest here. I think how far in I can get before it's gonna tell me it's hot. It seems to be more stone though. That didn't work particularly well.
You're such a good horse.
You definitely aren't particularly clean. I don't know if the hoof cleaning is going to do anything. I don't think it did.
Ha!
There's more time here. Oh, there's some water over here. Get you some water and a real quick bath. Let's see what we can do about finding this plant. At least once I know where it is, I'll be able to find it again. Okay. Give you some food.
Easy.
And from there, I'm guessing it's going to be further in. And I'm not going to want to go all the way in. I mean, it could be up here. That's also going to be kind of tricky. I can't remember exactly how far before it's like, oh, by the way.
토르근토르!
I wonder if that plant is it? I don't think so, though. It could be. Yeah, let's see. Are you what I'm looking for? Nope, because that's actually the stone behind the plant. I have been bamboozled. That plant was not even pickable. Plenty of moss. Maybe it's kind of when you're getting closer this way that you're going to see it, maybe. I think it's got to be in the desert proper. It's definitely time back there.
자!
You're not what I'm looking for. How are you getting dirty immediately?
태용.
That should be time again. Yeah. Pretty much just right at this hostile, or yeah, hostile area right here.
로당.
At least this one is easy to see. Well, we get to see how you're gonna... I don't think that snake was okay. I am missing that snake by about a mile.
로당.
Oh yes, hello. It's very kind of you to greet me. However... Wow. Okay, there we go. You're apparently the smallest target I could try to hit. Let's get these hides, because I'm definitely going to use them later for stuff. Okay, you're a bluestone then. Where are you going? I don't think that's a good idea.
If I pet you anymore.
You need to give me just a second, I will let you finish that line. I need to move stuff so we're not super off balance. And take a tumble.
You'll get a bald spot.
Let's give you a brush and go out this side. And see if that's technically closer to the desert area, so it'll give me the plant I'm looking for. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep you clean at all running through this area. Kind of thinking it might be a bit of a fool's errand. Well, there's gotta be a turtle stone somewhere nearby. I think the other side of this is the actual desert area.
Easy.
Is this what I'm looking for? No, that's a stone. That is a stone under the plants again. Okay, that's that.
Town.
I don't know how much I appreciate the wood looking kind of like a snake in the grass. After just dealing with said snakes.
토르근 토르응.
Nothing pickable over this way, maybe? Doesn't look like there's any things I can see in the distance that I can pick up. At least just yet.
Easy.
What are you? Oh, we found the juniper berries. Well, that's one that we've needed a while back and couldn't find. Forget for who. Hey, there's our plant. Okay. I don't remember for who we needed it, and I'm sure it'll pop back up again. So they're out here.
Ha.
Well, hopefully there's more wormwood around. Here, cherries.
Town.
So cherries. These are all juniper berries? Yep. There we go. A little too toasty. We're getting back out of there, don't you worry.
로당.
Because we need the things to make the potions, we shouldn't be needing to use the potions just yet. I'm assuming if I stick kind of here,
자.
there's going to be some more of that plant. Hopefully. At least there's water down here. Maybe not. I'm not seeing any of the plant. Nope. Nope. I don't know what happened there, but for a second we apparently were in the ground instead of walking up. Are you what I'm looking for? Or are you stone? You're stone. Darn stone. I mean, I found one, but that's not going to do much in the long run. I need a little bit more.
town.
For the journey I'm taking, I'm probably going to need like 5 or 6 at the very least of these potions. That's dependent on how many it takes to make one. It takes 5 to make one. So it's going to be at least somewhat common. Somewhere that just isn't here. God, 5 is a... 5 is a lot for something that it does feel like you really do need. Ants, maybe?
Easy.
There's some. Okay, so there's some over here. We've got 3 so far. More stone.
로당.
Give you a second to get some food here. Oh. You need 3, I think. Yep, that filled it. Okay, perfect. 4 was definitely going to be too many. Because no, it takes more than 2. Stone again.
Ha!
Nope, that's the cleaver, I think is the herb. Yeah. I'll take it, because somebody's going to need it, but that's not what I'm looking for. There's nowhere around here. I can start kind of going the other way a bit and see if there's anything. Oh, here's more of the juniper. This way I have it. If I ever come across somebody who needs it again, I can really quickly run back and get it. As long as the day doesn't reset. I'm amazed at how common it is. Same thing, like, I need to find apricots. Never found them, but I do know where, it's like sea buckthorn or something like that. I have an idea of where that is, though, because I have found that. Now we get too close here, and it's going to tell us it's too hot, isn't it? Oh, is this just back out the area that we came in? Nope. Nope, it's not back out the area we just came in.
Down.
And it is indeed too hot. Okay. So no go yet. Well, I can make 1 heat resist potion, but that's not as helpful as I'd like, so I need to go back out the way I came in, I think around the desert area a bit more.
Down.
And hope I can find a little bit more of it elsewhere. There's some here. This is going to take me further in. No, it's not. It's going to take me back out. Okay.
Ha!
I do at least know what I'm looking for, so by sight I can find it a bit easier. Please don't respawn snakes. Please don't have You have done the thing I was hoping you had not done. Is there another one? I thought there was 3.
토르근.
No. I need that, thank you. There was indeed 3. And I now have more hides. Any of this plant around here, maybe?
Easy.
Yeah, this way would go to this guy's house, but that isn't going to help me as much as I'd like. Now, the other option is going around the back side of this area. Because it does look like there could be something out that way.
Down.
Did I actually open this by chance? I'd be surprised if I did. I must have. I don't remember doing it though. Because I know I haven't been grabbing this as much as I should be. Especially considering they give you really nice free stuff.
자!
Look over to where the water is really quick. Get you plenty of water. And really quickly running through the water is really good bath source. Because I swear sometimes the brushing doesn't work as well as just letting him trot around in the water for a second. I should see if there's any bit of this plant. I think I missed any on the way in, but I might have. It doesn't look like there's any near the ridges, where I didn't really check before. Let's get you some water.
Easy.
There you go. And there we go. Clean a happy horse. Except in about 10 seconds they're going to be dusty again. Guaranteed. Oh, I don't even think I have to go all the way back out. Probably just go a bit like that. Because it looks like there's a way up and over here. And I have the campsite between me and the yam station on the way back, which is going to be very helpful.
Ha!
I still think I'm just rocky enough ground that I can't canter right now as much as I really want to. I want to do things very speedy. This is not one of those games that can kind of do that. Actually, remember that I need to slow down quite a bit. Oh, did I even misjudge it by some there? I did. Okay, well that's interesting. I probably actually go find this person before I go back as well. These two are definitely in the desert area.
Cha!
Oh, buddy, you can do it. Especially because you have stats that limit stamina drain on slopes. Oh wait, no, that is the sibling that I have yet to see the adult form of. You have my speed and
done.
resistance ones, that's right. Okay, now I'm curious, so I will find it up here, because it's kind of higher elevation, so maybe not? The air is apparently very dusty.
Easy.
Oh. They're great experience available in Mongolia. Listen to the wind and find your own path. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So in other words, I can't actually go up that way to explore. Huh. So this is just not available land right now. Okay. It could be something where it's going to be expanded on later, but that's really funny. I wasn't expecting to find that anytime soon, to be fair. Okay, well, let's go find this person that we need to get into the fold here. And at least I'm going to have one more heat-resistant potion. I can always buy some if I really need. They aren't the cheapest, but when push comes to shove, I'm going to have to do what I'm going to have to do. Hopefully, once I have them and I can be in those areas, I'll be able to find some more of the stuff I need. For now, I think I'm just going to have to end up buying some because I think I'll have 3 altogether. I think I have 2 left right now, and I have enough to make 1. And then eventually when I'm able to make the blessed ones, we'll see how those do, because I'm assuming the timer is a little bit longer for those. And it'll be really worth it to get the stuff to make those. But I think they're also going to be just as expensive.
Utang.
Yeah, it's just fiber. Hello, little rabbit. I'm assuming the rabbits give hides. As the main thing. I don't know if this is a village. I'm assuming this is a person more than it is a village. I think the larger one that it's currently tracking might be a village. Oh, that's an interesting looking area. I still don't think this is a village. Slow down a bit here. Are you the... Yeah, you're the sea buckthorn berry? That's what it's called. Yeah. Hey, we found that. More of it, at least. Yeah, let's get you to eat some. There's some more here, so I'll grab that. What are we doing ways? Oh yeah, I need to find a place to put that. There'll be a place for it, guaranteed, but I don't know where that is right now. We'll even out our weight here in a bit if I keep grabbing some more of the berries. I just need to make sure I make some room. I mean, if I'm lucky, there's going to be a turtle stone here somewhere. If there is, then maybe it'll take this stone, which would be really convenient. But knowing this game, it might not be the case.
토릉토릉.
How many berries am I getting? Is it 1? Yeah, it is about 1 per. Okay.
Ha!
At least get a few. I think normally
자.
when they ask for it in sets of 5. But I also think I can make something with it. Is it a craftable material? Or a material I need for crafting? I need apricots. For that I need motherwort. Okay. Oh, I need it for the improved herbal remedy. Okay. There's another reason to grab it as well. Because it's going to help me with crafting those, and those are going to be also useful. Mostly because I seem to have a very, very bad habit of having my horses do things that they
Easy.
probably should not be doing. Okay. So these must be closer to the wetlands where these are normally. Then. Because they are everywhere here.
Utang.
They might not have been what I'm after. Oh. Oh, there we go. For a second, I think it was deciding whether it wanted to crash or not. And it was also undecided. Oh, yeah, because it's the daytime change.
토르근토르.
It's not a particularly smooth process right now. When it comes to changing the shading and everything. How much do I have? I have about 16. I can get 2 more, that's 18, that's divisible by 3.
하.
Yep, 6.
태웅.
Is that where I need to go? It kinda looks like it. Maybe not. Maybe it's down here. I know it's down here. That must be like a drop-off location where they've got one of the chests that you can go get. Is this another fisherman that we have now? Maybe?
easy.
That is what it does seem like. I've seen this name in a second. Is it back over here? Yeah. It's doable. It's 100% doable. Because the only thing is it's fragile. Okay, let's scoot some things around here. Nope, you go back. You also go back. There we go. Up to you from here is... There we go. That should get me back out. No turtle stone yet, though.
태웅.
Oh, I don't need that waypoint. There we go. Please don't canter up this with it being rocky. It'd be really, really bad. No, we've got time because it's fragile, so let's
우당.
go get some water down here. Before I get too far ahead of myself. We're definitely going to be exhausted at some point, though. So to keep an eye on that. Means our stamina drain will be a bit worse.
자.
Okay, there we go. It's like for a second I wasn't sure that he thought that was water. We're good. He figured it out. He figured out it was water. Sometimes they really do prove the whole adage, you can't, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink thing. You only are definitely thirsty.
토르근토르.
Okay. So far, so good. Give you a quick pat so we can continue on our way without too many issues. At least so far. In theory. Give it a
Damn.
minute and there'll be issues. Guaranteed. The only thing we have to watch out for is one of the objects is fragile. I wonder how I'm going to mess this up. It's not even that I'm doing this for like, oh yeah, it'd be funny. It's straight up, I forget, or I misjudge something, or I'm a little bit too brave of like, oh yeah, now that won't damage it, and then immediately damage it. Is 100% my fault, but it, I at least assume it is a little bit funnier for the people
Oh,
viewing
damn.
it than it is for me. Nice, buddy. The plan is to make some of the really, really good health potions. So in theory, we can start carrying those around in case I do really stupid things. Or when I do really stupid things, to be more specific. Not in case, because it's gonna happen. I do wonder where one of these turtle stones is gonna be, though. I'm gonna have to find one pretty soon to drop this one off. Basically, just gonna have to carry it around with me until I do find a place to drop it off. It's very
Easy.
specifically the blue one. There might be one in the desert, that's what I'm thinking, because it seems that there's kind of one supposedly near where we picked these up, but I didn't find the one close to this one, which was also blue turtle stone, so maybe it's around here somewhere.
Easy.
How did I put a point here? There we go. No, I don't want to get closer to that than I need to. That's for sure. Switch out my arrows for the right ones in case. I mean, I do want to go up there during the daytime and kind of see what the runes are up there. Maybe runes, or is it natural stone? It's really hard to tell.
Damn.
Maybe it is just natural stone. Doesn't quite look like it, but it could be. Then again, this filter that it gives does not make it easier to tell.
Oh, dang.
And we need to be careful getting down this since it's stone. Going back to the aforementioned, some things are fragile. Okay, there we go.
Easy.
I am need to be careful because I'm getting a little bit too close to really off balance. Good? Maybe? Okay, we're vectoring across, I think. We're fine. Oh, yep, you're exhausted now.
Oh, dang.
Oop. That was almost bad. Campsite is how far from us? Not too bad. Speed that up a bit. But not too bad. Maybe that. I just have to buy more later. We'll rest at the campsite because then I can get on to the next day, and from the next day we'll lose the exhaustion and it'll still be fine because nothing inside the set here is perishable. was perishable, I'd be a little bit more worried.
태웅.
오하!
I'm trying not to sneeze. I don't really want to find out what sneezing sounds like in this microphone at all. It is that time of year, though, that allergies are now suddenly abundant again.
자!
Campsite should be over this hill. Should be about where my next one is. No, we had a couple more. We're still relatively close, though. That might be a chest drop-off, but I'm not as worried about that one. No. When I go back through one of these times and I've got a little bit more time,
easy.
I'll go do the chest drop-offs. I didn't think about the fact that I was going to have to go through a briar field, though. I'll just take it nice and slow. Hopefully not run into any of these
Hush.
things.
You'll wear yourself out over nothing.
Okay, there we go. We did manage to get through. I am sorry, of course. I understand you were tired. I promise we are going to the spot where we can sleep. You just gotta give me a minute. I do wish you could kind of set up your camp where you needed to. Switch back to these arrows just in case the bear decides to come after us again. I don't think it will. I think we're far enough away. It doesn't mean I want to test that. I do think there is only one. At least we're going to put it as, so far I've only seen the one. You kind of look like a turtle stone. You are, but you're the wrong one, right? Yeah, you're the wrong one. Okay. Oh, okay, you'd have been closer than where I did take it. Interesting. So I could have taken this one there had I known about it. I don't think there's any chests around this. Doesn't hurt checking for a second. Try to get close enough to that, there we go. Get rid of the checkpoint.
토릉토릉!
And the camp is just up here.
로당.
Now, as long as our little fragile item doesn't somehow break while we're sleeping, we're good, I think. Or to long rest. Oh, where are you going? Okay, there we go.
하!
I am having a bit of a giggle that the wind has decided to stay about as strong as it was before. Is there chests over here? I want to say there are. This is one I do think there are. But it might be above?
태웅.
Maybe not. I have a feeling if I do find some chests here pretty soon, though, that they're mostly going to be arrows and stuff kind of like that. I don't know if I'm going to get some good tonics out of them.
하!
I can hope, but I don't think I will. Well, this is interesting. What are you?
Lodang.
Oh, there's arrows here. Okay. Huh. That's fiber, yeah.
Easy.
Maybe just signifying there's a bit of mud here? That's interesting. I wonder if we're gonna see, as we do more, we'll end up seeing more flags like that kind of pop up. Okay, here's one that I clearly found before that's been opened. Yeah, let's look at you some water first. So I think the further I head out there, there's gonna be pretty good distance without water. And I don't really want to play chicken with how much water I have. That is not particularly helpful. Okay, let's get you water here. And hopefully,
Hell.
somewhere between here and there, we end up finding another turtle stone. Because I know I haven't, like, done super well with exploring, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's stuff here that I just don't know about, because I haven't really looked over here. Oh, there's a blue one here if I really need it. Okay. Interesting. You eat real quick. Somebody did mention, and I don't know anything about it yet, I'll have to go look through, because I'm not in... If there is an official Discord, I'm not in it or anything that way, so I don't know. I'm kind of, limited how much of the spoilers and stuff, because I kind of want to be able to do this in such chunks where I'm kind of able to see stuff as it comes out. But one of the things I have heard that's a bit of a rumor that might happen is there might be wild horse taming at some point, or it was planned and it didn't get added and they might re-add it at some point. I'm really curious what that's going to do as far as affecting gameplay.
Hell.
I mean, I'm assuming it'll be another way to get varied genetics into like your personal like herd, along with also being another way to get currency.
Easy.
Kind of wondering if there's going to be a turtle stone off to the side, and I can kind of look on the way back. Otherwise, I'm just gonna beeline for the one that's in the area that I saw on the map and hope for the best. Oh, that's interesting, because we have the wind behind us kind of helping. We were pretty much not losing stamina there for a minute. We're losing so little of it. That's actually very, very helpful. Oh, you know, I'm getting it back. Well, good news. The wind is on our side today, apparently. Helps me a lot. I can't complain too much.
Lodang.
Until I get to this, and I actually can't gallop because we're going to end up on our face. That is not going to be helpful.
Lodang.
Campsite upgrade, maybe? That's what I'm assuming.
It's always great to see a yam courier. I really appreciate it.
I'm glad to hear it.
Okay, let's see. I don't know what's in your shop, to be fair. Let's see, what do you have mission-wise? Perishable and enticing is not too bad. Heat sensitive is also not too bad. Let's see, can I even this out enough though? Actually, surprisingly, yeah. That's not too bad. How do I want to do this? Now that wind is not going to be my friend.
Cha!
Okay, there we can try this. See if this route's gonna work. That gets us our turtle stone, this gets us a little bit more rep for these two people. And from there, I think we're gonna call it good, because it's a little bit over 2 hours. I don't want to do too much tonight. Okay. I'm hoping this works, because the added benefit of the word enticing, and knowing that this area has wolves, it might not be as good as I'm hoping. That, and now we're actually dealing with the wind, which means there's going to be a little bit more stamina drain.
Steady, steady.
I can cross my fingers and really hope, but we might at least lose 1 point on the perishable, even with a really quick horse. Just because I think this wind is going to shorten how long I can run for. Well, at least it's not water sensitive.
Just a
Because it has
little
definitely
more.
done that one to me before a couple times of, oh yes, water sensitive. Okay, I know how we're gonna do this route. And then, oh, by the way, it's raining. It is admittedly one of those things, you can never entirely guess what the weather is going to do.
Easy.
So it does make sense that there's going to be random times where it is not your friend.
Ha!
Should have hay. I don't have too long to stop, sadly. I'm just gonna be careful of rocks. This is definitely not the longest distance I think we've ran today, but it's a little bit of a longer one. With that perishable, we will see how it goes.
Turgan!
First thing there is doing pretty good on that stamina drain. I'm gonna take us right through the brambles, aren't I? I do forget that these things are in between me and some of the areas I want to go to, which is why it's not always easy to do a straight shot from one area to the other. It's try to navigate these as closely as possible without hitting them.
도르근.
Mostly because I feel horrible when I do. Not because they actually do the world's worst amount of damage. I think they do damage the goods, though. But I think it's also just any damage your horse takes tends to do damage to the goods. They're kind of one and the same. And the rain is definitely not helping with this being not laggy. And once the sky actually properly changes and it figures out where the shadows need to be, it'll be fine again, but for a second, it is not going to be good on the frames. There's the red turtle stone, turtle stone. I don't know what came out of my mouth, but that was not the right set of words that I was trying to say there. Okay, yeah, we've lost one star on our quality for the meat, but I kind of expected that might be the case. One isn't too bad. When it starts getting past one, I'm gonna start worrying. Rehorse, there's gonna be water up ahead. It really is not having a good time trying to load assets. Darn it. Just get through there quick enough. I think enticing means they're less likely to just stop chasing me right away. Or they can sense from further. One of the things I was able to get turned off and I didn't realize it was on, I think by default. There's something called like... Oh, it's not called cinematic cam, but it's something very similar. And it was anytime you were in a, like, particularly open spot, it would zoom your camera out for like almost cinematic shot. You can turn that off, thankfully. I did find that out. Buddy, you need water. You need water bad. We might be good on just a little bit longer. Yeah, gotta be a bit more careful until I get the path. This looks like it's here. Maybe? Yeah, I'm seeing the faintest outline of a path, so this is definitely a path. By the point we're done here, we should be able to get to see what our hole looks like.
Easy.
I think it's 2 in-game days and they'll be all grown up, so right now they're probably just about there. I guess I didn't really need to cross down there. I could have run about, it looks like, maybe.
Damn.
I definitely can't counter. Is it just over this? Kind of. Definitely lost where the path normally would have gone up here. Oh, there it is down here. Okay.
토릉토릉.
So I just need to follow this. I'm pretty sure my waypoint marker is a little bit off. Do I need to go this way? Yes.
우단.
I can say it, buddy, but we gotta hurry. We're gonna lose another star on our perishables. And I'd, whether still get a slightly better
Easy.
rating if I can. Ooh, I should check that bridge and see what it needs, because it might be repairable. I might have missed it the first time and not checked it out. Oh, there's an actual place you can rest here. That's nice. Please do not get yourself into trouble. I also just don't want to walk you up the stairs in case you go flying.
Ah, just in the nick of time. You've really helped me out.
I'm glad to hear it.
I wonder... Okay, yeah, we lost 2, but that's fine. Any more than that would have been one of those times where you get a comment out of them about it. Oh, you're over there, okay. Do you think I have those?
Just what I need.
I gathered what I...
I did have it. Perfect. Oh, I'm sorry. I've interrupted your lunch and you got tethered up here. I'm sorry, buddy. I'll get you some food here, and then I need to go see... Is a bridge open on my map? It doesn't show as something repairable, but I should check it just in case. Also, I don't know how I missed it, but we missed it. We'll get that way on the way back down. Please eat your grass before we go down the hill. Because I can guarantee by the time we get down the hill, you'd be very, very hungry. I do get stopped down there, but this is a bit easier. It also does feel like you lose food quickly. I don't think you do, though. What are you doing stat-wise? Well, we're almost at the extra 10% to acceleration. I'm actually surprised. The endurance is going to take a while, but if we're doing the hot and cold areas, we'll get that in no time. Hey, we found the apricots finally. That took forever. They're up here. So that is really good to know. It is really interesting seeing them more look like a bush like this. The ones that we have are very much trees. Admittedly, this would be more direct for the older form of a lot of fruit. It'd be a bush more than it would be a tree. Now I might have enough for the next time I go back to the yam station and they ask me for apricots. Again. I feel like this one comes up a lot. And I also need them for crafting. I need the juniper for that. Oh. If I wanted to keep there from being stamina drain, I could make a potion for that, and that's what it's gonna go towards. Okay. That's not bad. That's really useful, actually. Hopefully we're not gonna go slipping and sliding down this hill into this river. I really, really hope that that's not what's gonna happen. please, gingerly? Nope, not gingerly at all. But we didn't lose much health, so we're good. I was expecting more of like a step off, but no, we just kind of slid down. Oh, the feather. I was like, what is this? Is this a new plant? Nope, it's feather.
푸릉푸릉!
What's this? Oh, what is it trying to load? I'm curious because it is very, very laggy again. Oh, it's a chest down here. I should grab that since we're not really stuck in a mission so much as just need to go turn in the turtle stone.
Easy.
15 stone-tipped arrows. Okay, that's not bad at all. That's quite a few. And we go through them quite a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if there's one out in the lake there somewhere. If I remember right, the horse can swim, I can.
로당.
We've got plenty of the cold herb, which is good. Means that's another really good place to get it. We also just have plants in the water, so maybe it's not particularly deep. So my guess is anyway. I know, it's deep enough to swim. Where is this turtle stone? It can't be too far. Oh no, it's probably where the wolves are, and I ran. So I ran right past it, most likely. That would have done it. Here it is. I still have no idea what this does. Aside from supposedly we're getting blessings for it. No idea what that means in translation as far as the game goes, though. And we need to get back to the yam station. I'm wondering if I can... This is probably another one of the hostile areas with one, isn't it? Because if this one gives me a red one, it's right there to turn in. It'd be good to get it done. Because overall, it's going to count towards overall progress. Of course, I'm very curious what they do. Buddy. No, actually, no, that is on my fault. I couldn't see that tree in the way. I'm very sorry. I was wondering why you suddenly, like, strafed to the left. Maybe because there's a tree.
태용.
I know there's places in the game where it's not too dark at night. There's other places where, like this, I can, even with the brightness probably up a little bit, I can barely see. Oh, well, I can at least see this log. There we go.
Easy.
You know, this is kind of precarious. But I do see a chest down there. If I do this right. Well, I did see it. Okay, there it is. There's glowing.
로당.
What is this? 10 cloth added. Okay, that's interesting. Or is it going to come in handy for crafting bandages and such? Or, I don't do it super often, but I need to do the pouches, because I think there's a way that I can take the pouches and put them on an arrow.
Cha!
Also heard a theory that the pouches are... Oh, cursed area? Yeah, cursed area. Somewhat needed for the fire challenges, possibly, where you're dousing the flames with the pouches. But somebody also said they were doing it, and it seemed to work for a second, but then they'd come right back, so they weren't sure what the actual neat thing was, so I'm wondering if it's just not implemented. Okay, we're out of range of you. What we're not out of range for is the snakes I'm about to try to take on. I think this is the worst one because they're in the grass, and this grass is just tall enough that I am going to run over at least one of them. If I'm very unlucky. I can't see them.
We're almost there.
You need to guys chase me over here.
Easy.
I need you to eat for a second. Downside is I'm pretty sure I hear bugs, not snake. Yeah, I don't think they're coming this way. I think I'm just out of range. Can I see them currently? Yes. I need you to turn, buddy. There, we got that one.
Ham.
Ah! Excuse me. Well, there was one right there. Give you that. So one did follow us a good chunk of the way. And then for some reason stopped halfway? There's gotta be another one though. I don't think there'd be this view.
Utang.
Well, I didn't want to dismount. But it did work. And we got that, and it is the one to the stone that's right here. Okay, so generally they're going to be close to the ones... there's going to be turtle stone close to the ones where you find the steel, or the... I think it is originally what it's called, but we'll go for stone tablet for the second. So I wonder why... Some of the ones I haven't seemed to be as close to things we're looking for. At least I can turn into this turtle stone and yet again see what this affects. So far I have no idea. But that's what we've done, I think 4 today?
Utang.
Yeah, I think about 4. You're unbalanced again, hang on. That's not a good thing. Okay, what about even now? Now I just need to get back to the yam station, and then from there, we got potions that we can make. Or I guess tonics would be the more correct word here, that we can make. And from there, we should be able to prepare for the next time I stream so that I can go into the desert area. Oh, careful. There's some stones out here apparently.
토르근 토르근.
Oh yeah, I can't run through this if I want to either, because if I run through it, I'll trip. I still haven't figured out what it is that makes me trip straight through the entranceway there. There is something, though. It's like there's one perfectly placed stone. And I wonder if it's actually something with the game starting point, that there's just something there that's physical enough that you can run into it, because it is technically where you start the game.
Woohoo!
Okay, we'll have one more heat potion. We'll have the health potions, which are going to be helpful.
Easy.
I might have the stuff for some cold potions as well. Because then I need to start doing deliveries to those two areas up there pretty soon. Because there are a lot of people who want to deliver things up there, to be fair. And I think it's kind of, they're doing that because they're some of the
We'll get you
lowest
something to drink
rep-wise.
soon.
I will go send you to the water and run back up here. Hopefully. He may have other plans. We'll see.
What has you all worked up?
Aside from being a little bit dusty and thirsty, probably just a bit tired too. So we have taken him all over. Okay. Rush you yet? If I let you take care of your own needs, you might actually do so. I put him in the water and he just decided no. He was not going to deal with that. That's fair. He wanted nothing to do with the water, apparently, at the moment, even though he was complaining that he was thirsty. Okay. What do I have for you?
Just what I need.
The land offered the.
I have the apricot one forever. Oh my gosh. I have had that thing so long. It was one of the first, hey, we need this missions that I got. Oh no. Not going to select any more of those until I finish up these ones. Do you have a new selection by chance? Let me see. I think you do? It's probably not what I'm looking for. Maybe, actually. This is probably what I'm looking for there, but we'll see later on, because I want to definitely add more color over time. But with that, I need to find a mare for Cinnamon at some point. Because I think he's currently our horse with the most stats. Did it just auto put the bull in my stable without me having to claim it? Oh, it did. And this time, they're one of the Akolteke horses. Interesting. Well, that's going to be very a unique one, because we haven't had one of these yet that I've ridden. Oh yeah, you didn't get any of the traits at all. I'll get you a temp name later, but I'm curious. I do hate that I have to equip them to actually like inspect what the coloration is. I'm pretty sure they're a Dunlino. Pretty certain. Yep, Dunlino. Okay, so my theory isn't entirely correct. Maybe it's because this is clearly not working yet. But there's a little bit more of the Akelteke, I think, at this point. It's not as even. So maybe it flipped over to the other side now?
자!
Because the mother is one of the Berghanas, or Fenghanas, that I have. You're definitely not. This is going to be interesting. And you're not my horse that does well with the heat, which is very interesting as well. You're one of my horses that's going to be better for, like, just the
해영.
stamina drain, I do believe. That's what it came out to? Yeah, you got heat resistance. But you had just stamina, everything stamina. Yeah. Huh. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't quite work the way I was thinking it does, but maybe I just hadn't gotten the lines mixed enough. Okay, this was the stallion I bought. Which means I still can't afford you. Where are you exactly? You're the one I'm thinking of because I think you have better traits. But it also means I have to be really careful because I don't want the gray gene in again. But you might work for what I have in mind. Oh, where did you go? Are you in the ground? Oh, no, you're not. I was very worried there for a second that we had lost our horse to the ground. Okay, I don't know how much I have
도당.
for some of this stuff I need. I have to put some stuff away. Well, I need to actually sell some of these because I have too many. We're getting to a point where I don't need this many. Some of them are going to have to get sold. Or are we hoarding hides? Cloth can be turned into stuff here pretty soon. Go in there. I do need you. If we're going to divide by 3, then yeah, I need you as well. Make room using that. You are I need it later thing. So are you. I don't have any cold potions, so I actually do need you. I'm gonna put time to make what I want work. Okay, that's why I can't do that. Get all of you one down. Hopefully that's right. I do have one of BU I can upgrade. Let's go talk to the vendor really quick and apparently call our horse over there. Because currently I can't interact with him. Oh, there you are. Okay, well, let's go talk to the vendor and get these hides out of here, because if I have a full row of hides, I definitely know I have too many. I don't need that many. Okay. Yes, I would like to
Please,
look at your
have a look
wares.
around.
Though, to be fair, I'm not going to buy anything, I'm immediately going to sell something. As my horse decides to walk off somewhere. Where are you heading off to? No, do not go in the tent. Please do not go in the tent. Our very first horse went into one of those and fainted, and that's how I found out that that is it. What is happening? Very bad idea. Your hooves were very glowy for a moment. I don't know if that was supposed to happen. Okay, yes, I need to make at least one of those, apparently. Then like these ones I can't just upgrade it. So I have at least one of the plain ones. Not to take more time, but before we do that,
토르근
that is going to be a pain when I go to do it. Let's go put some of these remedies away. And then work on another full. I'm going to keep Phantom, but I have a feeling Phantom is going to go to another area for retirement for a bit. Kind of like Ruby did. Because they're getting to the point where their stats are not exactly what I need moving forward. I think it's a little uneven. We'll fix you pretty soon. And hopefully next time I stream it's not as tricky and laggy as it is right now. It's cinnamon, I think. Gains move when jumping. Gains move while in hot water. If you can get the stats I need you to get, that'd be perfect. Ooh. I could kind of let it do what it wants to there. Yeah, that's only going to be up to 75 regardless of how much further I want it. Same with that, I can only do so much. Do I want... Yeah, to be fair, I want spotted a little bit more. I don't want that though. I don't want gray. And we'll let it decide whether we're getting a bay chestnut or not. And because I need cinnamon back, I don't think it's going to let me until I do a quick rest. Because then we'll get our full out of it, and then I'll get cinnamon back. So we can continue training him before we work on our most recent. Really, buddy? I don't know why it is you guys like to stick your head through stuff that you definitely should not be physically able to stick your head through. Oh. Ooh. No idea yet. You are. You get the double cream. Leopard, no, none of the Tobiano, but you got, I think, double champagne as well. And the dud, and you're technically chestnut. So I could hazard a guess, but I'm gonna see what it says you are. Minus 20% the stamina drain. Okay, what is it? 10 to maximum speed. Then 20 to stamina drain there. Plus 10 cold resistant, plus 10 heat resistant, plus 15 cold resistant. So you're going to be our cold weather horse. Ooh. You have you have a 20% less chance to stumble, which is really good. The headwinds we'll see because you get up to 50% resistance, plus 20 fear resistance, and plus 10 to stamina regeneration is going to be really good, regardless of what foal it's on. I saw that jerk for a second where it just randomly popped them up.
There's only so many pets I can give you.
I wonder if that sound came through. Thank you, Windows, for randomly giving a pop-up and a jump scare in a game that really didn't need it. I can't wait to say what or see what color it's going to say. I mean, they're essentially Creamello while also having a double champagne gene, so this is it's a little bit of everything. Is basically what they've got. Yeah, you're going to be one of our other horses for other trips, but I think I've pretty much got my set now for different missions. We'll see how it goes, but I think I've got the horses I need now to actually go to different areas, which is really good because that was one of my goals, was just making sure we had horses and now work on the potions so we can go anywhere in game without it giving us grief about it.
Otang.
I'm not going to do any more of the missions from him just yet as far as accepting them, because we still need to go to the desert area, which is my plan next stream. So we got 2 here. I can guarantee they're both in the desert. Yep. And then we have here, which this is marshlands, and I kind of think this might be as well. I'm not sure. This might be a little bit more foresty. But these two I shouldn't need anything special to get to. It should be easy enough to do it. These I need the heat potions for. So I want to get all of these done, and then once they're done, I can go from there. And then we need to start working on deliveries to here, here, and I think here. I have done no deliveries here, apparently, but I've done one there. And we're going to need cold weather potions, basically as many as I can make to do that. How have I done missions for you two? Because I know you're fairly easy. And then that's the other thing, we need to start getting supplies and start doing the upgrades to see what it actually does. Because I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty worth it to do so. Yeah, we just need to start doing that, because some of these are going to get campsites, which is going to be super helpful going from one to the other. Yeah. So we'll work on that. That'll be next time, which I'll figure out if it's saved or not properly in a second here, because yeah, I don't get to save it. It decides when it saves, which can be very, very painful in the sense of trying to get it to do anything I actually want it to do. So when I end the stream, I'll actually can make sure it saves properly. With that in mind, I will be back tomorrow, but we'll be back with Subnautica for, what is it, Saturday, Sunday will be Subnautica. And then next week it'll be 2 streams of this and then 2 streams Subnautica again. I just missed yesterday's. I can't remember where we left off in Subnautica. I think we were doing the base building, and I found out I couldn't add more to the base because I think the structural integrity. Wow, I butchered that word. Structural integrity was so low at that point that when I went to add stuff, I kept getting water in the base. So I will see what's going on with that and see what I can do to fix it. I'm not 100% sure what I can do about it, but we'll find out. I'm hoping it's something as simple as just putting more supports under the base. If not, I need to go and do the reinforcement, and the reinforcement takes lead, maybe? There's something, it's a certain thing that I haven't been able to find a lot of, so we're going to figure that out. But we also need to start going through and doing some more of the pings where it's like, oh hey, there's an escape pod that landed here or there, and go and find those and get more blueprints. And I think we now have the blueprint where instead of a little thing we hold on to that like helps us zoom through the water a little bit faster, we get kind of some sort of like submarine type thing that we can control, or some sort of apparatus that we can control. So working on that, figuring that out, I think is the goal tomorrow. Seeing if we can do that, because I need to figure out where all the blueprints are, and I know they're a little bit tied to some of the like pings that you have to go find. And fixing the base, but Khiimori will be next week, and we'll continue on with it, and hopefully be able to go into the desert area and get more of the potion stuff, because we need, I call them potions, tonics. The wormwood, I think it is what it's called. Wormwood, technically. But hopefully once I have that, we'll be able to kind of go through and do a lot more and eventually explore further. But we also do need to start working on the next 2 streams with Khiimori, going out and actually going to people and doing the missions and doing the upgrades, because I've kind of wanted to expand the map further. And we're going to continue doing that, and we'll see kind of how that goes. But I'm going to slow down on having any more new horses like join the group, because I think it's like I said, the set I have kind of meets all the needs I like have right now for the different areas. I have 2 that have got like, one has heat resist a bit more, the other has cold resist a bit more, which is perfect. And then I have one that's just all around for stamina, which is also perfect because there's some areas that really have like the hilly terrain and that sort of stuff, and they really need it. So I've got the 3 horses I need for basically covers everything that I need them for. Of course, we need to build bridges and stuff as we find them. And I know there's a couple that we need to do. I don't know if we'll get them to that in the next 2 streams, because there's a lot to do. But we need to start doing that, because we're getting to a point where it's a lot harder to navigate without them, especially when there's specific things like, oh, you need to go to this area, and this area happens to have a very bad. Oh, hi, Cece. Don't knock over my mic, please. Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. Hello. You still got sneezes. He's got a little bit of allergies or a cold after going to the vet, and we were kind of wondering if it was going to happen, and it did happen. I feel very bad for the kitty. I'm not sure how you turn down my microphone. Ow. Or if you're just working as a really, really good wind guard. I'm kind of speaking into your head like it's a mic, so maybe that's it. Yeah, we'll work on that next time, and I'll get some Nautica going tomorrow, and we'll see what we do with that. But so far, really good progress I feel like I've made. It did take us so long to find those herbs, but we at least know where they are now. We know where the apricots are. Finally, that has been such a long thing. And the sea buckthorn berries, we know where they are. So we could make the advanced health potions. They're just going to be going out and getting the thyme or thyme. I cook with it all the time. You'd think I know what it's called. And the cherries and stuff that we need. Hello, kitty. Do you want to say bye-bye? Do you want to say bye to the stream? She goes, no, it's cuddle time, and I'm telling you it's cuddle time, so you better get off so I can cuddle. Okay, so I'm going to leave the stream off here. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and give Cece some well wishes, because I don't think the kitty is very happy that she has a cold right now. Say bye-bye, Cece. Like, I don't want to say anything. And I'll take that over her sneezing into the mic.